Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett, and we have a great show for you today. And we are starting off with the director over at the Omega School. This is Oscar Mireles. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, it's a pleasure being here
It's
today.
a pleasure to have you here today. And we were kind of chatting before. It's already been a busy day for you so far. So happy to have you here now.
Yes, it is.
And we'll be chatting about the GED, which I'm interested to learn a little bit more about. I don't know a ton about it. But some changes to the GED, which would be really important to know. So first, let's talk about the new GED computer-based tests. Let's talk about that first.
Well, the GED's been around for about almost over 50 years.
Okay.
And it was changed in 2014 to be a computer-based test that's tied to the Common Core standard. So
Okay.
being new test on the computer just created some challenges.
Yeah, and I could guess too that maybe if you don't have a lot of computer experience, that could be a challenge compared to a typical written test, so challenges there within itself. And could you share some of the other challenges as well with the new GED tests and how that's kind of presented itself to GED students?
Well, the new test was embedded with the Common Core standards, and
Sure.
and it was to kind of align itself with the school system, the public schools, which is involved with the Common Core standard. So it's just a different version of the test. And what happened is the numbers for our school fell down dramatically, as they did in Wisconsin across the country.
What do you think that can be attributed to?
Well, I think the GED has always been about access and giving people a chance to kind of move on with their life. And the new GED was more college readiness, which I think is important, but that's kind of not where our students are at. So,
Sure. Yeah, some people might not necessarily be looking to go to college. They're just looking to get their GED so they can move on in whatever career they might be in.
Yeah.
That's an important point. And kind of building off of that, why is the GED so important?
Well, there's a number of students who don't complete high school.
Right.
So we want to give that second chance. And so students realize they might have made some mistakes or situations might have become pregnant. Things happen.
Right.
But if you don't finish high school, we're a country of second chances.
Absolutely.
So the GED offers that for many students and their families.
I love that, and I think that is an important point to make, that we all kind of deserve that fair shot at getting that GED or high school diploma or whatever it may be. And what would you say is different about the Omega School's approach to adult students who are adult learners, which I'm sure is just, you think about, how you try to divide your time between your family and work, and then also try to put in, going back to school and the commitment that is. It's just got to be huge.
Well, we offer flexible hours, so
That's
we're
great.
open 10 hours a day from
Wow.
8 in the morning to literally 8 at night.
That's
and
awesome.
Students we try to provide 4 hours of instruction, which kind of doesn't seem like a lot, but when it's focused on one subject at a time. We try to provide a lot of supports like bus tickets and gas cards for people,
awesome.
and we have free childcare, and we help
Wow.
pay for the tests. So we try to remove a lot of the obstacles just to give people a kind of second chance.
That's incredible, because like you just said, a lot of the times those roadblocks of why people may feel like, well, I can't go to get this because I don't have anywhere to bring my kids, or, I maybe don't have a ride there, I don't have gas to get there. So that's awesome that you guys provide that. And going back to the GED, are there any other things we need to know about the recent changes to the GED test, and including the norming of the score from 150 to 145 points?
Yeah, well, there was 2 years where our numbers dropped significantly.
Sure.
But with the adjustment of the score from 150 to 145, it doesn't look like a lot, but it really opened up the doors and the possibility of finding success for students. So we've seen our numbers kind of go back to, and a lot more students kind of moving on with their lives.
I love that. And before we go today, we've only got about 30 seconds left, but could you tell us a story about a successful GED graduate, because that's what it's all about?
Well, probably someone that you might know is
Sure.
Joe Parisi,
Yeah.
the county executive, is one of our graduates. He graduated before I came to Omega, but he just talked about giving that second chance, and he was able to go on and get his 2-year degree at METC,
Awesome.
go to the UW, and find success.
What an incredible story, and I love that. And you guys are doing such great things. Be sure to check them out over at the Omega School. If you need some help or maybe you just want some resources, they'll be there to help you. And again, this is Oscar Mireles, the director over at Omega Schools. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town here on Wisconsin's 57 right after this.